puts it up. Michael Jordan. Oh, my goodness. That is unbelievable. Green's two-pump as good as it gets.
We welcome all of you to Auburn Hills, Michigan, where someone forgot that it's spring. It is March Madness, and this evening, the South Region's second round encounter between the South Dakota State Jackrabbits and the Michigan Wolverines. Your attention drawn to the bottom line on the brackets. Michigan, a 4 seed. South Dakota State comes in as a 13 seed. Good evening, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Bill Raftery. Bill, we're going to have 2 outstanding point guards tonight.
It's all about the lead guy, which you are, and straighten the show out. And, of course, the lead guards drop beautiful passes throughout the ball game. Solid 6 and almost 7 assists a game. These 2 kids are great. They can make threes, get to the rim. Terrific leadership qualities. How they are played is the key to the outcome of this game.
The head coach of the Jackrabbits in his 18th season, Scott Nagy, with a record of 341 and 207. His starting lineup. On the left, Chad White, Braden Carlson, Nate Walters, wonderfully gifted young man, Jordan Dykstra, and Tony Fegan. They don't go deep. These 5 will play most of the minutes. For Michigan, Trey Burke, Tim Hardaway Jr., then 3 freshmen, Nick Stauskas. Mitch McGarry gets only his 3rd start of the season. They like his energy. Glenn Robinson III. And the head coach in his 6th season, John Beilein. Officials are Mike Reed, Mike Roberts, Earl Walton. We are ready to play. 3rd time these 2 teams have met each other. Michigan has won them both. The last was in 1988. And it is Michigan in control.
And Vern Lundquist right now. The defensive scheme that they're going to say.
Here's Robinson III. Stauskas.
Nice
Burke,
roll.
beautiful feed around the rim and out, and McGarry misses his first shot.
John Beilein's offense is very tough to cover. They spread you, the ability to ball screen and hug a guy. McGarry, very tough. Great presence on the floor. You mentioned the energy. This kid is enthusiastic.
He does really struggle at the free throw line, hitting only 47% for the year. There's the opposite of the announcer's KOD, kiss of death.
Well, keep it up. His family will love you.
Yeah, you're right. McGarry out of Chesterton, Indiana. That's the hometown of Zach Novak, one of the all-time favorites at Michigan. And he misses the 2nd, but do we have a lane violation?
Sometimes when you're not a good free throw shooter, you're not happy about the late violation.
That's right. I got to do this again.
The one thing about this kid, though, he's going to be a big-time player. All great effort, stays after practice, over 100 shots a day after practice with Coach Beilein. So impressing his leader.
McGarry, one of the most highly recruited high school seniors last year. Chad White with a jumper off the mark, air ball. And you know that this predominantly Wolverine crowd, it's close by, will let him hear about it.
And he's a good deep shooter too, so he'll keep stroking with confidence. 43% from that range.
Robinson III gets it in the hands of the All-American Trey Burke, Player of the Year in the Big Ten.
They're going to have a help on Burke too, because he's explosive, getting the lane. Tough shot.
Hardaway. There's Gary.
How about that one-hand snatch by the big fella with some strength?
Now Walters picked up by Burke. We'll see. They're going to start out with Trey Burke on Nate Walters. See if that continues. Here's the jumper, too strong. Hardaway Jr. gets it to Trey Burke.
Well, you don't do that gamble and get Dykstra that clean look.
Back outside, perfect. Hardaway Jr. off the mark. Walters.
This kid's great with the bounce, changes speeds, good feels, got floaters. That was not a pass, but he'll get it. He'll take it. When you keep active, as Carlson did, good things happen.
I think Burke is going to get credit for a block. It looked like he altered the ball. We'll see. And so 3-2 Michigan leads.
Stauskas terrific without the basketball, as most good scorers are, and good with the bounce as well. Rich taking over.
Oh, McGarry And look at him hustle back down on defense.
Oh, this kid's got energy. No
Yes, he
question
does.
about it. That is a terrific looking big time post move.
Walters right side. Here's Chad White, number 25. Braden Carlson, number 12.
A lot of ball screens. Walters very good at feeling and getting in between angle-wise defenders.
Dykstra kicks it back outside, gets the return pass. Hardaway Jr. puts a body on him. Fadeaway Dykstra, no. McGarry's got it. Here comes Michigan again, up by 3.
And that early post, early screen, very tough to handle.
Off the mark, tip is perfect.
The unsung guy on this team, I think. Robinson in the right spot, just a lot of things to fill it up.
Walters,
Pretty
nice.
legit use to the left. And then the little kiss runner. You can see, it doesn't look like he can get by him, but boy, he can just step it up a notch.
Greg Anthony mentioned in the pregame show that he scored 53. That's records for the school. That was against Fort Wayne. Here comes Walters again. Out of St. Cloud, Minnesota, 4 years. Up and in.
Well, this team plays with a lot of confidence.
And it's 7-6. Jackrabbits of South Dakota State, winners of the Summit League. They defeated North Dakota State in the championship. Second year in as many that they have been in the tournament. They made a very tough transition from Division II to Division I, but they prevailed. McGarry. Here's Trey Burke. 3-on-3, so to speak.
And this is something that Chamberlain hasn't had over the years. A guy that can get in here and do those type of things. He made that last kiss nice hustle play.
Hell ball. Possession arrow goes to the Jackrabbits. Well, let's tell you a little more about South Dakota State. Brookings, South Dakota. The enrollment, almost half the city citizenship. They're in the Summit League. Tom Daschle, Adam Vinatieri, famous alumni. I saw one note, Brookings, the total population is like 22,000. You could take the population of Brookings and put it in Rupp Arena.
And you can get a ticket, that is. Walters, a guy, he had 30 against Alabama, so he's done this against good teams as well.
Chad White, number 25.
Look at Gary, though. Woo, active.
Good start by both. 1-point margin. Thank you. And Louisville, of course, playing that game in Rupp Arena in Lexington. There's a small irony, of course. I think most of you know that Kentucky was knocked off in the NIT by Robert Morris. The reason that game could not be played, that's a 2 just inside the arc by Walters. The reason it could not be played, Robert Morris, Kentucky, in Rupp Arena is because the commitment was made to host second and third round games in Lexington. So here you have the irony of the hated rival Louisville, no doubt filling Rupp tonight.
Oh, Rick knows where the home locker room is anyway.
You're right.
He's been there. How about Walters? That sets up his driving game beautifully now. You've got to hug him on the good footwork to contain a magnificent penetrator in Burke. Down to 2.
Better hurry, gets it away, in and out. And Fegan did a good job of boxing out McGarry. Here's Chad White back outside. Fegan over to the man in charge, Nate Walters, a gym rat, if there ever was one. Loves to go into the gym at night, shoot for a couple of hours before calling it quits and going to his apartment and getting a night's rest. Oh, blocked.
Gary has been tough, hasn't he? Unbelievable. Here you just relax a little, fake the handoff and dances, got the little toe on the line. Effective with a floater, deep, and makes plays. This kid's really got a head for this game.
John Horford off the bench for Michigan. And Karis LeVert is also there, the true freshman, out of Pickerington, Ohio, a suburb of Columbus. There's Horford.
I'm going to check on that 3, I think. Looking back, maybe.
And we'll take a check. Meanwhile, San Diego State has unraveled, has scored 6 in a row.
They play with confidence, a quiet confidence. You know, this is what they're taking a look at. This is awfully close. Yeah, he's got the toe on the line.
Yep. Well, among their accomplishments this year was a game back in December in the pit in Albuquerque when South Dakota State knocked off New Mexico.
Shocking when you think of it, right?
Yeah.
They play with a confidence, though. That's they played Alabama. They're not afraid to tee it up with everybody. Or anybody, I should say. Walters very good using screens as he frees himself with Burke tagging him.
Chad White
had to shoot it
off the rim. Yep. Horford clears it, gets it in the hands of Burke.
Nice containment.
A good job by Walters as well. Wow, he got position on Burke. Back it goes to Walters for three. No.
Well, that looked good too, didn't it? Dead on
from where we're sitting. Yeah. Yes, it did.
Didn't get enough air under it.
So it's Burke, Horford, Karis LeVert, number 23. Hardaway Jr. There's LeVert. Robinson the third.
Very unselfish, too.
Think about the names that are on the floor for Michigan right now.
Exactly. They've been in a few pro games these days.
Well, you got Horford, whose brother Al plays for the Atlanta Hawks, was a star at Florida. You've got Tim Hardaway Jr., his dad, I'm sure, is in the building. And Glenn Robinson III, his dad, I'll bet, is in the building.
Yeah, the deadly crossover, the killer crossover at most of the games that I've been at. Timmy shows up, scouting for the Heat. Nice footwork. Vegan, huh?
Vegan, number 34.
Oh, nice little drop step and finish. That is terrific basketball. Confident, guys. Nice post up. That's his patented shot.
8 unanswered for the Jackrabbits now, and they're up by 3. LeVert. Dykstra gets it in the hands for South Dakota State. Here's Carlson.
Michigan's got to go side to side, move the ball. That's not their kind of game with the quick jack. And they've been keeping Burke out of the lane. South Dakota State, solid D.
That's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He spins heads, finishes, finds. So creative.
Remember when we, 2 weeks ago, we were in Ann Arbor to do Michigan State, Michigan, and Tom Izzo said, if you see Burke in the lane, we're in trouble.
How about that cut? Boy, that was tough by Carlson.
Baseball season is almost here. Get ready by moving your fantasy league to the site that's won 10 Best Commissioner Awards. Visit cbssports.com/baseball to get started. Braden Carlson, a junior from Brookings, hometown kid, rattles in and out. Brookings on the eastern edge of the state of South Dakota.
Well, most of their guys are in the 70s on the free throw line. Of course, Walter's 81, so they're pretty tough. If they get to the foul line, it'll be devastating.
And there's 1 of 2 at the line. So it's a 4-point lead, and now Stauskas is back on the floor. Glenn Robinson III will get a rest.
And Albrecht running the show now, giving Burke an opportunity to inhale a little bit.
And a reminder that every game in our collaboration with Turner Sports, every game in the tournament will be seen in its entirety on 1 of 4 networks. We're on CBS. You can also see it on TBS, TNT, and True TV. Every game.
Now this group will run the offense because they don't have Burke to break it down late. Tough shot, but he is a good kid off the bounce as well. Stauskas.
Wolverines are scoreless in the last 5 minutes. This is a team that jumped out, won its first 16 of the year, got to number 1, but Michigan has really limped into the tournament, going 6-6 their last 12 games. Oh. 14:44 to go, 11:44 to go, first half. Walters, left side.
Carlson really gets into the lane, gives that open look. Dykstra just widens out and is really an inside-outside kind of a kid, too. He can step further out and a good rebounder as well.
11 unanswered for the Jackrabbits. Stauskas tries the back door. Doesn't work. He was closely guarded. Entry pass.
Good help on a double or triple. He got an open look.
Nice, very nice. LeVert passed on the 3, gets it to the open man finally. Hardaway Jr. on the feed from the freshman, Karis LeVert, number 23.
It is so good widening the defensively. You really got to stretch to cover them all.
Vegan. Here's Walters. Albrecht, nope.
Well, Walters wisely didn't even have to go for the legs. Watch his back
Watch
here.
from behind, exactly. Carlson for 3.
Well, that Purse got the look.
Carlson averages 9. He's got 8.
Fegan really is a good post defender, too. They try and duck in. He does his homework early. Look at this help and recovery.
Walters on Albrecht. 10 on the shot clock.
A lot of bouncing. You don't get paid by the dribble. And in our case, the word.
Another Hardaway Jr. way outside.
Well, that's his offense right now on the floor. They don't have a lot of guys to go to, but Timmy Hardaway Jr. can drill him.
Time now for the Powerade Sideline Report. Let's welcome in Rachel Nichols.
Well, Vern, Coach John Beilein may lose his voice by halftime. He's been yelling, screaming, clapping, cajoling, anything he can do to raise the intensity level of his Michigan team. Now, Coach Beilein told me he was a bit concerned about this going into the game. He showed players a motivational video that showed how boiling water is just 1 degree, raising it from being hot to boiling. That produces steam. Steam can power a locomotive. Not a new concept in coaching, but it was new to a lot of the players, and they were affected enough by that. They said they were going to come out on this court with intensity. It's been a mixed result so far, and that's why Coach Beilein, well, he's been yelling a lot.
Rachel, the idea of watching John Beilein cajole is enough to say, wait a minute. How about South Dakota State? There's a treble.
I think South Dakota State had hotter water the way they came out.
There you go. He's cajoling. Marquette's Vanderblue layup with 1 second left to oust Davidson. The Atlantic 10 playing very well. We'll have VCU here, and Temple's also in the field. The Bulldogs, a little bit of bark today. Butler and Gonzaga both won. Gonzaga, as a 1 seed, had a tussle with Southern University.
You know, we all felt this year there's not a whole lot of nice crossover and then a giveaway. Fegan, teams are getting closer together, even.
Watch live games on your computer, iPhone, iPad, and select Android devices with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com/March Madness or download the app today.
Burke using that ball screen, got a clean look, trying to get on the board.
Dykstra with a nice tip. And Trey Burke is 0 for 3 in the early going of this one.
Walters really floats around, keeps the dribble alive, stepped out of bounds on that particular play. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes.
Second turnover. Now Mitch McGarry is back on the floor, number 4. And Jordan Morgan, who is normally the starter, did not get the start tonight. They wanted that energy from the freshman, the 6'10" freshman, off the bench to open the game.
And that he gives them. Terrific screener, really sprints to the rim to get an offensive rebound. Nice shut down by White on that baseline.
Chad White knocked that one out of bounds. Burke will inbound. 8:39 to go first half. South Dakota State with 11 unanswered now leads by 3.
And the reason is that when Burke's on the floor, they have not let him get in the lane. That's the one thing you cannot do. I can't wait till Robinson III stops deferring. He's a big-time talent player. You're going to see it next year. And there's that little pull-up that he does so well.
McGarry tried to save it, but gets it right into the hands of Nate Walters.
Early.
Nope. Fegan, nice job of getting position. Chad White Not good.
Well, they spread you too with their ability to drill. Those were two great looks.
There's Stauskas.
Says, you know, McGarry's in there begging. Why not give it to him?
Yeah. Yep. Burke, now he's in the lane.
He's tough in there. Look at this kid.
McGarry. Back outside. Burke makes sure this is a three, and he doesn't get the bounce. Here comes South Dakota State. Carlson.
Trying to make the extra pass to Fagan.
7:25 to go first half. Time call.
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is sponsored by GMC Acadia, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and by Jiffy Lube.
Now let's bring you up to date. South Dakota State 7 of 17. 7 points off turnovers and a tough start for the All-American Trey Burke.
Well, both of these teams are in big trouble when their point guards don't perform. But this kid can light it up and get going. Just has to relax a little bit, let them run their offense, give them a little ball screen and get in the lane. He's a great finisher, too. Big-time ticker.
Robinson behind the back. Kicks it in the corner. Touch pass. Stauskas, a three-point specialist. And he nailed that one.
How about a nice job with the space dribble, the extra pass. That's typical Beeline Michigan basketball.
Freshman out of Mississauga, Ontario, not far from Toronto. Tied at 16. Dykstra. Double comes from Robinson the third. Off the back rim. Yep, McGarry gets another one.
Nice run out.
And Trey Burke is saying, cut to the basket. See real stories of human achievement featured on the Buick Human Highlight Reel at ncaa.com/Buick.
Well, really nice hedging. The switch now. They should use the dribble to get by.
Robinson the third, now back to Hardaway guarding Walters.
You can see both clubs worked hard on ball screens to keep their point guards in abeyance. Tough look there.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of those.
McGarry doing a nice job defensively and got him pinned on the baseline. Scott Nagy, 18th year. His dad, Dick, was a coach, a longtime assistant to Lou Henson at Illinois. Scott went to Delta State, where he is still one of the statistical leaders in career games played and assists. 18 years at South Dakota State. McGarry, nope, not this time.
He was stuck on the wrong foot, couldn't get that reverse going. A pretty good look. And talking to Scott before the game, he said, what's the temperament of the team? He said, they were so relaxed. He said, I can't read. He said, they're always. He said, sometimes I wish maybe they get a little more pumped up, but we got here, we had a great year. I'm not going to complain.
Back it goes to Robinson the third. Baseline jumper, yes.
Pretty. This kid, he's smooth. Little silky. Jamal Wilkes like.
Now Burke back on Nate Walters. 18-16 Michigan. Jumper. Dykstra, nope. That was Hardaway Jr. with the rebound. There's the switch.
There he is.
Up and under. No, it's not going for him tonight.
And McGarry, I think, with the giveaway. Wow, he really did a great job. He is so accomplished around the rim.
5:13 to go, first half. South Dakota State lost in the opening round last year, their first ever appearance in the NCAA. Michigan, by the way, lost in the first round last year to Ohio University. And we're going to see Akron. Look at that little crossover. Nope. Boy, here again, it looked good for where we are.
He put him in the rocker there with that freeze dribble.
Hardaway Jr. That's a tray from Trey.
When he takes good shots, he's raising the room now, raising the roof.
14-3 Michigan run.
They need a silencer here.
Chad White. Fegan.
Walters wants it outside to get something done. There you
Now
go.
he's got it. 10 on the shot clock. And Stauskas picks up Walters. That's for three. That's the silencer.
It sure is. And Walters patient, open middle. Could have chosen to take it down that lane, but a nice give to his backcourt partner. Carlson drilling it.
That's first points in 6 minutes for the Jackrabbits. Here's Stauskas again. Oh, my goodness.
Tough shot.
Oh, my gosh.
He wants the foul, too.
Wow. He's a confident kid, as we learned.
He is a fun kid to be around.
Yep.
Great attitude.
Another three. Nope. Robinson, the third, has it. McGarry asks for it. He's got it. With a little emphasis. It's a hustle play.
They wanted energy. Wow. Enough Petro out there. Nice.
Taken away by McGarry. Now Fegan gets it back for South Dakota State.
I think he wanted to start. I got that feeling.
McGarry making only his third start of the year. But again, he was one of the top 2 or 3 most highly recruited high school players last year.
And you can see why. Nice hands by Burke.
Quick outlet. Here's Burke.
Well,
And he'll go to the free throw line.
he didn't get his legs, and I think he hurt his arm as well. Having his troubles early, but how about this one, Vern? The big fella gets the puppies moving. Send it in, Mitch. On fire.
All right, Ernie, thank you. Of course, the other #1 seed in action today, Gonzaga out of Salt Lake, got put to the test. Southern U, it was a 1-point game with a couple of minutes to go, and then Mark Few's bunch did prevail, but only by 6.
They were tested. Some big-time shots coming down the stretch, too. Spin, turnaround, jumper I saw. Well, maybe Burke can relax.
Well, Trey not off to a great start, but neither, for that matter, is Nate Walters. He's 4 points, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and only 2 of 6 shooting the ball.
Here's a little flex scheme. He was at cross screens and then pops. Well scouted and prepared, Michigan.
First substitution for South Dakota State. This is Jake Biddle, number 4, freshman, who is one of 2 subs who normally play. Marcus Houston is the other. There's Biddle. In and out for Walters. He gets the return, and this a long 3. Yes!
He is a confident stroker. Braden Carlson. Leave him alone, you pay.
14 points for Carlson. His per-game average over the course of the season is 9. He's had the good shot going tonight.
Often when you try and stop another guy, somebody else steps up. And look at McGarry rolling to that frame as he gets set is tough.
Coming up on AT&T at the half, we'll get you caught up on all the latest tournament news. Have highlights and updates. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. And this is where Mitch McGarry does not succeed. As we mentioned, 47% free throw shooter.
Not a bad look, though.
No, it's not.
He looked over at you as though he heard you. The noogie you put on him. Just stay on that line, follow through, bend the knees. Not a bad look at all.
Nope. And look at that. Gets it back.
It is a result-driven world, though. These are turnout and fade.
Robinson peers inside. McGarry goes to his left.
Nice
dish. Oh, he found Robinson the third. And
offensive interference. Yep.
Yeah, offensive interference.
Nice cut, and you're right about the pass.
27-22 with 1:25 to go before the break.
Battle with that deep jumper before, a broken hand earlier in the year. Tough kid. Ooh, sort of an offensive foul on that load up. Terrific. Dump down.
Now Dykstra back in, and it's a 3-point game.
Nice help. Fegan is really an intelligent defensive player.
Robinson Jr. Yes. I beg your pardon.
Timmy,
Hardaway.
you saw the one, right?
I got the junior.
Well, you forgot the zero.
We get all the thirds and the juniors.
Well, he is really getting good looks and playing within himself. His shot selection has been exceptional.
And Hardaway Jr. 4 of 5 from beyond the arc tonight.
He's not getting back to Walters quick enough for him. Give him a bump or get away from him.
5 on the shot clock, 10 on the game clock. Knocked out of bounds by Michigan.
They got 1 second left on the shot clock. That's why he went to the goal. They've defended both point people very well on both ends of the floor. Trey Burke, I don't know, but the crowd had the call. They don't have the whistle. Carlson.
Oh my goodness.
Relax a moment. Good little screen.
Braden Carlson, the hometown young man from Brookings, South Dakota, 16 first half points. Another look.
Nice little bump there to get him free, and smart play. Terrific release.
And let's go to Rachel Nichols.
Coach, you've talked to this team so much the past few days about intensity. Where would you rate it now going into halftime?
Oh, it's terrific out there. It's a terrific basketball game. South Dakota State's playing very well. We've played well at times. Tim Hardaway's really kept us in this game right now. We lost some opportunities there that we can't get back. We're going to have to take better advantage in the second half.
Trey Burke 0 for 7 from the floor. What can you do to get him going in the second half?
Well, just let him keep playing. He's terrific. He knows what he's doing out there. So it's good news. If he's 0 for 7, it means he might go 7 for 7 in the second half.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Back to you guys.
Indeed. Thank you, Rachel. That's the end of the first half. 30-26 Michigan. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after this message and a word from your local station.
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is sponsored by Powerade, Transamerica, Bud Light, and by Southwest Airlines.
Halftime, Michigan leading South Dakota State 30-26. Both the Jackrabbits and the Wolverines had scoring runs, and they traded the lead. What struck you about the first half?
Timmy Hardaway doing it the easy way. Good shot selection. They're finding him. His ability to make those deep shots has really provided a lift, knowing that Trey Burke has not been his scintillating self, but that little slap back to Hardaway, really doing a good, solid job. And then defensively, some of the difficulties of Walters taken up by Carlson, who's able to get to the rim, step out, make some shots. Well, really organize those puppies and drills them. You can see that the numbers not quite up to the lofty standard of Walters and Burke, and the shot helps prove it.
Walters 2 of 8. Burke is yet to score, but as John Beilein told Rachel, going into the halftime break, he might go 7 for 7. Let's take a look at the first half stats presented by Coke Zero.
Yeah, you can just see the pretty solid in a sense. The field goal shooting, 3 points favor Michigan, but a couple of open shots by South Dakota State. They would be in good. They got some good looks and didn't make them. So maybe we got a little half going here, but buckle up, Vern.
Starting 5 on the floor for both. Here's Stauskas behind the back, number 11, baseline. Kicks it out right through the hands Tim Hardaway Jr.
That's one of those you back dribble and get organized. And I think they need Mitch McGarry to have the same electrifying involvement at the beginning. Get the crowd in it, get the people going. Of course, Burke need him to play big.
Walters, as you just saw, only 2 of 8, 4 points at the half, and he averages 23 per game over the last 10 games. Nate Walters has averaged 27 points and 6.4 assists.
That's a shot. That little floater doesn't go again.
Nope, 2 of 9.
You know, these two have played one another to a standstill.
Yeah.
They may have signed a non-aggression pact.
Sunday on The Amazing Race, the teams face a bizarre challenge and pick up some local hitchhikers Sunday after 60 minutes.
They're going to time these off a little bit. Walter's not getting it when maybe he's in an advantageous spot. Here's a nice cut by him. See if they pin down. And they go the other way with it.
Fade away. Nope.
Forcing White to put it on the deck. Pretty good open. Here
Here's
it goes.
Burke in the lane.
No, that's unselfish.
Robinson the third for 3.
Tell you that kid. That's whatever you need, coach. And Burke very on Sunday. That's composure for a guy who struggled the first half. Nice find. And then the delivery.
That's 4 assists for Trey Burke. Here's Fegan, kicks it out. Braden Carlson, 16 points in the first half. Chad White.
Now, Walters hasn't touched it once this trip.
Nope. The defensive presence of Stauskas and McGarry. Let's watch Trey Burke on the last basket.
Just getting in that lane. Just look at the havoc he creates. Everybody collapses. Even the redhead can't get out there on time. He's played terrific defense. Fegan really understands how to help in the middle and get back to his guy, generally speaking.
And that is the 3rd foul on Chad White. Tipped by McGarry and into the hands of Stauskas. Here he is in the lane again. Looks like the same play.
It is. Same result. A little favorable bounce and a smile. By 3. When Robinson 3, that is. And Burke proving his leadership.
At the other end, Fegan counters. That is inside the lane, or the arc rather. That's going to be for 2. And the lead is back to 8.
He just wants to get down the lane again. This kid feels it.
Stauskas gets his own miss.
Well, you want to challenge and block out.
Burke, no. Stauskas, yes. How about that? Clean block, and it's out of bounds. Michigan ball.
They got a foul. I think they got a foul on him.
They did.
Stauskas with a great look. And Robinson
Yep.
in the mix of things now. Oh, that is a great feel and understanding. When he was running that ball down, Stauskas, he had vision of Robinson turn and delivered it.
And so Robinson, the 3rd, goes to the line shooting 2.
For the Wolverines, number 1, Glenn Robinson III.
You see any similarities between
There's his dad.
and his dad? Yeah. What do you? I don't see the same kind of game.
I don't
Yeah.
either. Not at all.
You know, Big Dog was known to put a string on it and not give it up much. You don't score all those points being a giver.
Well, I like the point that you made earlier about Robinson III being a little too deferential.
You know, I think he's a team player, and being a young guy, just defers a little bit. And I think you're going to see next year a super season for him. He really was out. He's a great, nice drive here. Great without the ball, and White being forced to put it on the deck. Took advantage.
Chad White. He's now 1 of 7. That's his first basket in the ball game. Robinson the 3rd.
Wow, that was too easy. Pinned down by McGarry, and he just floated out there. Get his number, easy to remember. Uno.
Robinson the third now on Walters.
So if he can't really get by these guys right now, that's the disadvantage. Pretty good defense, too. Little reach in late. How about this? Just a little turnout and just lazy. Wexford not really getting out on him. At this point, you got a little tray signal.
Nate Walters, 81%, and he gets to the line a lot. That's his 184th make of the year. Gets two. Now Robinson III has all 11 of the Wolverine points in this half.
Well, notice how Stauskas and Robinson are fully extended on the wing, so you can't help much on Burke, and they just find these talented deep shooters.
McGarry gets the screen. There's Burke in the lane. It's just not falling for Trey Burke tonight. Here's Walters.
Nice give.
Fegan. Walters wants it outside.
Yeah, he should have kicked quickly opposite.
Now Walters cuts and comes back on the left side. Gets it in his hands. Walters again. Robinson the third with the defensive assignment.
And the size to negate. Pretty, huh? In the lane.
Yes.
All the good ones on the lane. Earl the Pearl. Not that that's Walters' game. I just think great ones knew how to do things in traffic.
Margin is 7. McGarry. Jordan Morgan, normally the starter at that spot, has played only 1 minute tonight. Wow, beautiful. Michigan by 9.
Good extension. Foot speed.
Walters, little pick and roll with Fegan.
Burke back on. Walters occasionally those switches while Robinson gets him.
In the hands of Chad White now. Gets a screen from Fegan. Back to Fegan. Jumper over McGarry.
How about that? Spacing. McGarry can't get out.
Time called. Scott Nagy, South Dakota State. All right, Ernie, thank you. That's a repeat of a regular season game and almost a home game for Cal. They just go across the Bay Area and a little south to San Jose. They knew the way. That was obvious. I apologize for that. Stauskas. Whoa! Here comes Walters.
You know what? They put Burke in the far corner, trying to get him going a little bit, maybe a drive and find. They got a mismatch underneath.
That was
nice
tipped by Horford.
Smart play. Made himself bigger. No ball fake.
Dykstra.
He can shoot it.
Not this time. It won't fall. Here comes Burke. Hardaway almost lost it. Back to Burke. Yet to score from the field. Stauskas for 3. No. How about Braden Carlson getting on the trampoline and getting the rebound?
Yeah, he's been tough in a lot of ways.
Hasn't scored this half, but he had 16 at the break. And now it's Hardaway Jr. on Walters. Walters has struggled. 3 for 10. He and Burke.
Beauty. I think it was going to be a pass.
Yeah.
Good defensive position, though. Nobody back.
Oh, beautiful. That's 6 assists for Trey Burke. So he's helping in other ways other than scoring tonight.
Great point, Vernon. This kid really is a team leader. Catalyst, unselfish.
Fegan, Horford left him, and Hayes.
Well, that was too easy.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Horford got lost. Fegan is 4 for 4 for 8 points. And South Dakota State staying with Michigan. 7-point margin.
I'd love a player to say, John, what happened? I got lost. Well, I may lose your number.
Here's Burke in the lane. Guarded by Walters. Got it! First field goal of the night.
How low can you go? Wow, was he down? Got the shoulder by, showed his strength.
Now it's Burke on Walters. They've switched 3 different men in this half. Dykstra. He'll go to the line.
You've been watching this kid make plays for others, and right now, as low as you can go. Not a limbo move, but effective.
Welcome back to the Palace of Auburn Hills. Michigan's up by 9 in this game, but the Akron Zips, who play the next game on this floor, just arrived here at the arena, and they have trouble with 3 of their players. They tell me at least one probably won't make it out here tonight. The other 2 have a severe flu. The one who probably won't play tonight, Deji Ibiteo, he has a severe back problem, happened after practice yesterday. The other 2 have a flu. They were at the hospital until 7 in the morning. We'll have more for you after this game.
All right, Rachel, thank you. VCU takes on Akron in our second game. VCU, you referenced Havoc a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, Shaka Smart and his bunch exemplify that term.
They have the biggest flag I've ever seen at our hotel.
They do.
Ricky.
The thing is 4 stories tall, and it's draped inside the atrium lobby.
Nice soft.
Very good. Horford gets the basket, and it's a 10-point margin yet again. 12:05 to go.
So when they get points inside, I think that makes everybody else more effective. Slipping McGarry in there once in a while. That time Horford, Morgan, another guy. Pretty good.
Beautiful.
That was that really heady play by the redhead, using that rim just in case the big was going to negate.
Deegan from Madison, South Dakota. There's another player on this team from Madison, South Dakota. 2 of them, 2 starters, Chad White, Tony Fegan. Teammates in high school. Yeah. And what are the odds? They're 2 from Rock Valley, Iowa. How about, no. Karis LeVert, number 23. True freshman. They were going to redshirt him this year until he looked so good in practice in November. Here's the alley-oop. Oh, no.
Oh, great look. Got to finish with a few mistakes.
All the way around the rim and out.
Burke hit his head. Oh,
dear.
Oh, the way he recoiled.
Oh, dear.
Just totally flipped. Oh. Just as, in a sense, all the bodies meeting there. Walters as well as Horford, and that is unattractive. God bless him.
Time has been called. We'll be right back. Trey Burke, the point guard, took a hard fall a moment ago going for the rebound. Hit his head, was down in agony, but here's the good news, I think. He walked off with assistance, went immediately into the locker room for tests for a possible concussion. That is how it's handled these days.
Normal procedure, and that was a good sign, seeing him walk off. Amazing the hits these kids take. Good recovery here. Drag dribble.
Empty pass. Good cut, yes. And a basket.
Good, nice basketball. Dykstra with the look.
Rachel Nichols mentioned the 2 players who had the flu for Akron may or may not be available. It's Brian Walsh and Pat Forsythe. We'll see when the Zips take the floor. Those 2 with severe flu symptoms. At the other end, Stauskas.
Do you remember a conversation with him? We're saying you're a jump shooter, you put it on the floor. He said, I could always put it on the floor.
Yes, he did.
I just don't have to do that at Michigan. Well, he did that time. Effectively to a little dipsy duck do at the finish here to get by. Well, when you can shoot it, and that noise is because the lead point guard's coming back. Trey Burke back on the floor.
Yeah, Trey Burke reappears and takes a seat on the bench. Boy, is that great to see. That one not good for Walters. They're just not falling for either him or Trey Burke tonight. Here's Spike Albrecht on at the point guard position. Hardaway, they're falling for him.
They sure are. Wow. Spike delivers it, and Hardaway bangs it home.
11-point lead. 16 for Hardaway Jr.
Run that last look Walters got was one of the better ones he's had too.
Dykstra. Notice that Chad White, no, he is on the bench, and Biddle is on in his place. They're not deep. 8 on the shot clock. Walters, little crossover dribble, in and out.
Ooh, what a tough rebound by Burke.
Let's go to Rachel Nichols.
Guys, you saw Burke come back out on the floor. The good news is that he didn't really hit his head. They told me that he fell on his, quote, backside, and that, of course, not only gave his whole body a jolt, but also injured his elbow when he tried to brace himself. Those were the two main things they were looking at in the locker room. They did ask him a couple questions just to make sure his head was clear, but he was fine, and he should be good to go coming up.
Well, he is back on the floor.
Well, if that happened to you, you would never get hurt. Particularly falling in that area. But it is great to see him. I thought the head banged myself, didn't you?
Yeah. Here's Burke. Hardaway Jr. This is for 18. No, it's for 19.
And look at Burke rejoicing as though it's his hot endeavor.
There's Tim Hardaway in the stands. 14-point lead. Largest of the game. Dykstra. Biddle.
Defense has been great.
Here's the only senior on the South Dakota State squad, Nate Walters. He has been held in check today by a trio of defenders.
Nice job there. Duping the defender.
Be the first to know the latest news on all your teams with Bleacher Report's Team Stream app. Stay one step ahead. Check out Team Stream on your iPhone, iPad, or Android device today. Walters, yes. He's scored in double figures in 71 consecutive games. He's got 9 tonight. Make it 72.
The big thing when you're struggling is playing within yourself. I think both of them have done admirably, finding people and really not forcing things. Me and Burke, that is.
Yes. Hardaway Jr. back outside in the hands of Glenn Robinson III.
Look how far you have to stretch defensively. Wow. I mean, you really have to cover because they can knock him down. And a blow by this guy, number 3. He's an ankle breaker, too.
Stauskas from the corner. Carlson with a rebound. Walters has the ball in his hand. 7 minutes, 57 seconds to go. Michigan leads by 12. Michigan by 12. The difference in the ball game, a three-point field goal shooting, 9 of 19.
And how they've gotten them easily. Here's the early one, the slapback that's so effective. The early offense drive, draw, and deliver, and knock it down with a little friendly bounce from above. But they have gotten ample opportunities easily accomplished because they're prepared and can step right in and nail that J.
Walters will inbound, guarded by Hardaway Jr.
Little squeeze box to get the open look.
Nope. Hardaway Jr. up. Here's McGarry. He said, "No, I better slow down."
I'm enjoying being out here.
Yeah.
He's going to get the hook. The crowd enjoys his involvement, though. Here's a nice slip after the screen.
Celebrate the 75 years of March Madness by voting for your all-time players, teams, and moments of the NCAA tournament. Vote now at ncaa.com/March Madness. Somebody asked me yesterday when I first became a fan of the tournament. You know, for me, it was UCLA with Gail Goodrich, Walt Hazard.
I thought it was 39, the first one.
Oh, get out of here. You know, I should have known better. I've worked with you long enough.
I used to go to those tournaments when John Wooden has to pull up. This kid is really a talented guy, and I just like his attitude as he meshes in Robinson 3 with the others.
And a belated congratulations to your alma mater, LaSalle.
Isn't that great?
They won their first-round game, and they are continuing in the tournament.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Tom Gola is smiling back there in Philly.
As well he should. I remember Gola playing.
I do, too.
I know you do. Whoa, knockdown. Hardaway Jr. on the deck. McGarry, quick outlet. Hardaway Jr. 3-on-2. Pull-up jumper.
Oh, he's on fire. Even though it didn't go down, that's a great look. the license to take it. When you accomplish things, you're rewarded with the green light.
Walters with the takeaway from McGarry. 6:27 to go. And a 14-point Michigan lead. South Dakota State in the tournament for the second consecutive year. That was a tough one.
Yeah, he just can't get by some of the defenders. That foot speed and length, too, a problem. When they do switch Burke off him, they put Robinson and or Hardaway on him.
Carlson has 20 to lead the Jackrabbits. And Walters, their star, is only 3 of 14. McGarry. Yeah.
What a load. Get around. The big fella. A little bit large.
He's got an infectious enthusiasm about him.
Absolutely.
His whole personality, and then you put that with the talent he's got. Quite a guy.
Pretty good combo, you're right. And quick timeout.
Dykstra with the basket. 61-50 Wolverines. If indeed this is the final game for Nate Walters at South Dakota State, it's been a tough one.
Yeah, Greg Anthony talking about his numbers. They have guarded him well. He's had few opportunities to get open looks, but if you're struggling during the course of a game, when you do get that open look, all of a sudden you don't have the rhythm and necessarily the confidence. But watching this kid preparing for this, I am so impressed with his understanding of the game, his control of his body, shot selection, all of those things that have led this team during the course of the year. It's just a lot of guys ganging up on him.
Yep.
Nice
beauty. McGarry now has 11 points, 9 rebounds, and a block in his third start this year. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Great for international relations. Canada to America, a little up and down here. Terrific look by McGarry. Just sprints the floor. He's ready to go.
Well, he's chatting with his teammates now.
He's got some unbottled energy.
5:09 remaining, and a 13-point Michigan lead.
A nice handoff, gets the open look. Well, you look at McGarry, he just runs both ends of the floor. You couldn't ask for more from a big.
I'm struck by the fact that Jordan Morgan has played 1 minute tonight. He started all but 3. Yep.
Had that ankle a while ago. I don't think that's the reason. I think McGarry's played well, and Horford got in and did a good job.
Yeah.
One of a few clean looks.
Dykstra gets that one, and it's an 11-point game, not over yet for South Dakota State.
Scott Nagy's guys are very well coached. I mean, they are a good basketball team.
Here's McGarry. Nope. Rebound, Fegan, foul on McGarry.
And that was one of those overzealous involvements.
Get full coverage of the 2013 Division I Women's Basketball Tournament at ncaa.com/women's Final Four.
Oh, nice play, but a big guy. Hold on, Vern.
Okay.
Ooh. Big man on campus. Talk about juice and invigorating an audience. They are enraptured by the big fella.
Hardaway Jr. on Walters now. That's right through the hands of Chad White, who's back on the floor. Hardaway Jr.
Boy, that puts you in the comfort zone. The last 2 turnovers to goals. Wow.
Foul on Michigan. 3:30 remaining. freshman out of Chesterton, Indiana, Mitch McGarry, called on to make his third start of the season. What a night he's had.
Much like Vern Lundquist, people migrate towards him. He's an engaging young guy. His ability to open floor, sensational. The juice, usually a little guy. People like to wrap their arms around. They just jump on this kid's bandwagon. Happy-go-lucky, works hard, contributes solidly.
Dykstra can't get it to fall. 3:20 remaining. And a 15-point deficit staring the Jackrabbits in the face. If you can stare a Jackrabbit in the face.
Well, I don't think they're going to stand still long enough to be stared at. And I just love Trey Burke's attitude, not having a super game by his standard in terms of points, but leading, assists, off the ball again, trying to get him going.
He's 1 of 11 from the field. And here's another fellow who struggled. Nate Walters is 3 of 14, but Walters helping in other ways. He has 5 assists and 5 rebounds.
And Carlson, who had been hot early, just gets his first opportunity in a while. Wide open. But you know, the game plan is to stop Burke, keep him out of the lane.
Right.
This proves there's more components here. There's more depth and more talent, more contributors if he's off just a little bit. And that's with shot selection these guys. When they do that, particularly Hardaway, he's a different guy.
You know, it strikes me. Here's
Smooth.
the jumper, absolutely smooth.
Ooh.
Inside the arc, it's only for 2. Walters has it again. Between the 2 star point guards from the field, they are 4 of 27.
Man, that's game plan too. Gearing to stop them. Thanks for the good footwork to
Yes,
get tight.
indeed. Beautiful.
Little kids.
Really nice.
Was tough.
Jordan Dykstra, the junior from Rock Valley, Iowa.
He does like to do that hide and seek. Get guys on his back on a ball screen too. We're using a lot of clock here.
.90 seconds to go.
The cross.
Yes.
There you go. Dance. The dad, Tim Hardaway Jr., known for that ability to killer crossover. That was pretty deft by the little guy.
Whoa, my gosh. Dykstra just lowered his shoulder into Hardaway Jr. 71-54. Michigan, South Dakota State. It would appear all but inevitable that Michigan has won this one. Michigan lost to Ohio University in the first round last year. They will win this one over South Dakota State and await the winner of VCU Akron. From the Palace at Auburn Hills, Vern Lundquist, Bill Raftery, Rachel Nichols. This has been a good one, despite the fact that the 2-star guards who are guarding each other here have not been standouts tonight.
Looking to trap, maybe give a foul. Not one of their better games, but the surrounding ability for Trey Burke has really stepped up.
Well, Robinson has 21. Hardaway Jr. has 21. McGarry 13.
Yes. I thought that was going to fall.
Nope. Walters. Final game for the Jackrabbits. The only senior, as we've mentioned. There's
nice pass.
Beauty. Tony Fegan. I beg your pardon. I said he was the only senior. Fegan is a senior. I can hear him back in Brookings saying, come on.
How about my guy?
Yeah. Well, Tony Fegan is a senior as well.
The addition of McGarry as a starter, I think, got this going early. A lot of juice in the building. A lot of involvement.
Michigan led by 4 at the half. Nate Walters winds up his career 10 points on 3 of 14 shooting, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. It is in the record books, 71-56. The journey ends for the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State. John Beilein in his 6th year. Tournament games continue now on TNT, TBS, and True TV. Coming up next on CBS, Akron versus VCU Back to the studio after these messages.